Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening to our viewers. Saya hos anda Razin bersama.
Dan saya Ahmad Harid, boleh panggil saya Harid.
Untuk episod pertama kali ini, untuk podcast apa?
Podcast #kita interaksi
Ialah Menu Rahmah. Sebelum kita mulakan dengan topik Menu Rahmah ini, let us introduce our honourable guest for today, yang actually tak perlu pun sangat introduction, very popular dekat kampus ni, ialah Amar Zohir.
Popular.
What's up?
Amar guys.
Silakan Amar, terangkan pengenalan anda.
What's up? My name is Amar. I'm from SRC UNITEN. I'm the head of corporate communication and public relations. And today I'm stuck with these two to talk with you about Menu Rahmah. Go lah.
Yes, just for your information, this is my boss.
Tak ada conflict of interest, langsung tak ada.
No conflict lah, yeah.
So before kita mulakan, terangkan sedikit lah about podcast ni dulu kan.
Oh yeah. So for the audience informations, so this podcast is under SRC, which is a Student Representative Council program, under the name of podcast #kita interaksi, which in this podcast we're going to deliver a few hot topics and talk about anything that relevant topics that the students should know, I guess.
Speaking about relevant topic, sempena bulan Ramadan yang mulia ini, apakah lagi yang tak relevan dengan topik Menu Rahmah? Okay. So, Menu Rahmah ni, mari kita kenalkan sedikit tentang Menu Rahmah ni. Menu Rahmah ni merupakan satu inisiatif oleh Kementerian Perdagangan Dalam Negeri dan Kelestarian Hidup. Ia merupakan satu inisiatif untuk bantu golongan-golongan sasar. Apa tu golongan sasar? Haris?
Apa itu golongan sasar?
Pasal aku pula.
Okay, apa tu golongan sasar?
Kita tak tahu.
I mean, a lot of people lah. Ada lah. Okay, people were talking with students who maybe are not financially stable, right? Families who are making less than a certain amount of money. People who are struggling and people who need the aid.
Kids, to add up kids. Also, baru-baru ni kita digemparkan dengan berita bencana banjir. Jadi, mangsa-mangsa bencana juga layak menerima Menu Rahmah tersebut.
And most importantly, actually, homeless people. Yes.
Orang yang actually memerlukan makanan tu. Lebih-lebih bulan Ramadan ni, di mana kita semua memerlukan makanan di waktu iftar kan, berbuka. Jadi, adanya Menu Rahmah ini dapat membantu bukan saja golongan yang memerlukan, tapi mereka juga yang peniaga yang actually menjalankan Menu Rahmah tersebut. Tapi speaking about Menu Rahmah, macam mana proses Menu Rahmah ni dapat dijalankan?
Okay, satu soalan. Sebelum kita tahu proses, right? Then I just want to know why his name is Menu Rahmah. Why is not Rahmat Rahimah?
Yelah,
I think it's very simple, right? We want to give people opportunities and blessings that they cannot have. Right? I think that's why the government established policy is very simple actually, and it's a good thing. I ask you guys stay on campus, right? Cindi. Amanah okay, duduk ada, right? Okay. You know the vendor down there, burger lah, nasi lah, apa. Now imagine if you're going there for buka puasa, right? How much are you paying?
Just for simple burger kan? 4.5.
RM4 for one small burger, tu pun tak kenyang kan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And kalau let's say you're gonna eat dekat cafeteria campus, even though cafeteria campus sudah subsidized, harga boleh jadi dalam RM7, RM8
Right.
sekali air.
Hey, the price is going up, right? Aku punya nasi lemak tadi. Nasi lemak ayam 13 kan? Mahal kan? Right. Prices are going up. Right? We're seeing like even price of chicken has gone up.
Yeah.
So Menu Rahmah was established by the government to help specifically those in the B40 financial category. The way they do it is you go to a vendor, you know they have their usual menu apa mula ada kan? And on top of that they have a menu that is RM5 for meal, up to RM5 for meal.
Sebut tentang this RM5 meal provided by the vendor or restaurant. Siapa yang actually provide those subsidy? Macam mana diorang boleh provide those RM5 ni?
So it's not actually a government subsidized program, and I think it's important to remember because there's no budget provided. There isn't a profit to the government in this case. It's just an incentive that government is providing. Eventually in the future, perhaps, if I'm not wrong, is working towards having subsidies for organizations that do have it. But the idea is vendors themselves, I think, Malaysian people want to help people as much as they can. This can be something that they can pursue. You know, there are future plans that government wants to provide aid for restaurants that you have which I think is very good. I can only take advantage of the RM5.
Jadi kalau vendor tu sendiri yang provide inisiatif untuk memperkenalkan Menu Rahmah mereka, what's in it for them? You know, what do they get in return? Because I know that the cost might actually be more than what they have to spend.
So that's a very good point. Because again, it doesn't make sense for vendors to suddenly reduce their profits simply just to because the government said so. Right? It's justification that historically worked. Right? What we're talking about is, first of all, morally is good. Right? You mentioned Bulan Puasa is the month of giving. Right? We want to help people, and part of the incentive is that you help people who cannot afford it. First thing. Second thing, we are pursuing increase in quantity within this vendor. So imagine you have a budget of RM5 for a really solid meal, nasi, ada ayam, sayur semua ada, RM5. What are you gonna expect? It's going to be a lot more customers who will come to your restaurant, right? Not suddenly cheap. That itself can help incentivize an increase in profit. You know, and another thing that I think Menu Rahmah gives that, not specific to vendor, but like regular people, like NADi UNITEN. Like, I'm lucky I am able to afford food. So maybe say, okay, one fine day I'm feeling particularly generous and I want to buy 20 packs to dinner. Takkan I want to spend RM20 for each pack. That's crazy expensive. But this RM5 Menu Rahmah also helps in that regard. You know, aid becomes easier. The advantages are really quite a lot. It's interesting to pursue actually. Yeah.
Aid and lots of interesting benefits dengan adanya Menu Rahmah.
Yeah.
Adil?
Yes. Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm really sorry. To focus. So actually, I have quite a good question for you. Jadi soalan bahaya. Jawab dia dulu.
Okay.
Takut kena buang nanti.
Jangan.
Ingat, remember guys, ni dia punya boss. Dia blackmail.
Careful lah.
So actually, I just want to ask, is it the same, this Menu Rahmah program, is it the same as, if you remember when we were kids, there's a program named Menu Rakyat Malaysia.
Masa zaman 2010
2010 dan bawah ke atas pun tak tahulah masa tu bawah ke atas. But is it the same?
Good idea. Exhibition difference. If I'm not wrong, the program in 10 to 11 was around RM2 to RM3. The problem was that at that time, what also happened was another drastic increase of raw material for just food. So in this case, again, there was no aid from the government, there's no subsidy. So if these vendors really wanted to suddenly reduce their price to that low, they are going to make a significant loss. So this has that pretty okay economics, right? So, and potentially there's aid coming in the future, subsidies for these vendors. All things considered.
Yeah, I mean, considering we just 2 years ago we had all those pandemic dengan COVID-19. You know, a lot of people lost their jobs. Ramai orang yang actually memerlukan this bantuan kewangan. So, adanya Menu Rahmah ini bukan saja dapat memudahkan orang lain dari segi aspek kewangan, dan juga boleh memberi lebih mata-mata kepada vendor-vendor itu sendiri. Sebabnya dengan ada Menu Rahmah ini, lagi ramai customer akan datang kat vendor itu. And itu adalah tanggungjawab atau tugasan vendor itu untuk provide lagi banyak menu supaya pembeli boleh beli lebih banyak lagi daripada menu tersebut.
I think it's interesting also because I think there are upwards of 13,000 restaurants now that have Menu Rahmah. Banyak kan?
Actually, one of the famous actually, the most famous fast food pun dah ada sekarang. Contoh McDonald's. Dah ada. Tak suka.
Okay, contoh kalau pizza.
Domino boleh.
Domino boleh.
Domino.
Better than pizza lah. Better than pizza. Anything better than pizza.
Okay, Domino, do sponsor us. At the same time, macam saya berasal dekat area TTDI Damansara. Dekat situ ada satu kedai dinama Warung People pun juga offer this Menu Rahmah sendiri. And since kita sebut area KL, right, it's not cheap, you know, all the expenses, cost sehari hidup. Tapi them having the initiative and sanggup buat this Menu Rahmah actually shows the caring of not just the people but also orang-orang yang peniaga itu sendiri.
That's a very good point. For sure. KL is it lah.
just want to add. Actually, Rahmah ni bukan setakat makan je kan?
Bukan. Okay. Fun fact guys, cabang konsep Rahmah ni bukan saja untuk menu, tapi ada juga benda lain seperti Baku Rahmah, Jualan Rahmah, Package Rahmah, Cafe Rahmah. Dan kalau United sendiri ada apa? EmceeVengers sendiri ada apa?
EmceeVengers awak ada ke?
Apa Rahmah apa?
Apa yang Rahmah?
Macam beli Rahmah tu.
Oh, itu bukan EmceeVengers punya. Tapi actually, so it's not about Baku Rahmah and all that Razin said tadi kan. But it's actually include right now, lagi bila dah nak raya ni, ada orang jual baju yang daripada 180, 200 lebih, sekarang dah harga sampai RM70 je.
Oh, murah
Ya, baju Melayu Rahmah namanya. Tak apa, Jacket lah dia. Jacket tak ada. Jacket tak ada. Tapi mostly tempat-tempat orang yang vendor-vendor tu actually kalau tengok sekarang actually kat Twitter pun dah famous tau. Banyak orang dah keluar-keluarkan kan.
Bola bintang ada ke bola bintang?
Tak mungkin ada.
Tak mungkin ada.
Bola bintang tak disponsor. So yeah, that's a very good orang kata concept lah that brought by our government right now.
Sebutkan tentang Menu Rahmah dekat atmosfera luar. Tapi how about Menu Rahmah dalam United sendiri? Adakah Menu Rahmah dalam United?
Soalan bagus. Okay, so let's compare the university. IPTA, right? Ni kena sensor ni. IPTA.
Hashtag kita interaksi.
Kita interaksi guys, biar trending kat Twitter.
So, if you're looking at IPTA, right? Government universities. Dah ada dah. UPM dah ada dah. UIA dah ada, UM dah ada dah. Tapi, kalau IPTS, what Uniten is, we are private university. A bit difficult lah because kita tunjuk vendor lah. Okay, we want to have these vendors a lot of times too. We have different vendors. So, which vendor do we give the Rahmah prices to? What if students don't go? It's a lot of things to consider. So, what we decided to do, right? Part of SRC collaborating with actually Tenaga was we're going to set up other Rahmah things, okay? One of them is we provide sahur.
So,
like
sahur kat Rahmah.
dekat Amanah ada macam ni ada ke?
Ada.
One of our programs. So, okay, if we cannot give people prices for vendors, we actually teamed up with a couple of rather big ones. We teamed up with KK as one of our sponsors. We have Hilton Hotels, one of our sponsors. Yeah, it's quite surprising. We had a majlis at masjid to officiate with apa ni, Senator, tak ingat nama. Timbalan Menteri. Timbalan Menteri KPDN. So she came and officiated, and we are setting up a room students can come and take around a bi-weekly basis.
Yeah, just like last week ago, just a week ago actually, saya sendiri pergi dekat masjid ambil cereal box dengan susu.
Betul, dapat besar.
Dapat besar. So itu ialah satu inisiatif yang Universiti Tenaga Nasional sendiri melakukan terhadap pelajar-pelajar ni. Okay.
Actually benda-benda contoh yang macam ni, it's very good for others IPTIs, especially IPTIs.
Yeah, for sure.
They funded by their own as for example their own company, right? As TNB. Then maybe they can follow these steps to make sure their students their financials always in very good conditions.
Welfare terjaga.
Makan terjaga, minum cukup, kenyang.
Ingat hashtag kita Unitan, kita jaga kita.
Kita jaga kita.
Kita jaga kita, right?
It's interesting sebab there's a misconception. Oh, private university semua for kaya raya lah. Dia tahu dah ada.
Yang master kan?
Tak tahu. Kita nak cari. But there are students, especially a lot who come to Unitan, ramai scholar. So they come from not fortunate backgrounds, and they come with scholarship and need the aid. So we are actually setting up just downstairs to where we are currently, a room that's going to be the collection center for the money. So we have all kinds of things. Ada beras, ada air, ada pack. Apa ni? We have perencah lah.
Yes.
The thing we are also planning to add is hygiene materials for women specifically. So, right? So we want to get as much as we can to ensure people's basic needs are met. Right?
Yes,
These are basic needs of people. Yeah, I think it's a good initiative. You guys want in on this lah? Help us with this lah. For sure, we distributions and stuff, you can come and volunteer.
Yeah, actually, we're actually going to take those stuff for us.
Such a great help.
I can go there, just take then I go back.
Fair enough lah. It's something lah.
Then something right?
Yeah.
Tolong habiskan.
Yeah. But I think a reminder that we put up a lot is,
If you want to take, sure, go ahead. Keep in mind that there are people who are less fortunate, who are in need of it.
Yeah, speaking of that, in which kita punya Menu Rahmah ni actually started comments bila?
Menu Rahmah nationally commenced end of Jan, 31st Jan.
31st January
This year.
So, what's the future plan? Will it be continuing like 4 years to come, or and how's UNITEN sendiri actually kekalkan konsep?
That's a very good question. See, actually, right, Menu Rahmah was supposed to be for a 6-month time frame, but at the moment there hasn't seemed to be a date yet. At least the government hasn't announced it. I think there shouldn't be. It's going. As for UNITEN, we started the couple of our programs in Feb. As part of our current Madrasah Ramadan program, we also have a couple of things that we're giving aid to, like Sahur, right? Just so that students can get help. Ideally, we'd like to continue for as long as we can, right? Just bulan puasa je buat baik, right? Meneruskan. We want to keep this going for as long as possible. That's the goal. So far, we're doing quite well. Surprisingly, students of UNITEN are quite generous and quite helpful when it comes to each other. It's really good.
Yeah, it's actually very good for especially us UNITEN. If this kind of program still continue until, and I hope forever.
Yeah.
Because it's helped many people. And as part of UNITENians, UNITENians,
UNITEN satu saya.
Bakal CEO, you guys.
bakal CEO. Saya hafal lagu TNB just want to know, what is the restoran mana, cafe mana yang offer
Dalam UNITEN sendiri.
Menu Rahmah ni, dalam UNITEN ni sendiri. Kadang-kadang ada yang maybe foundation student baru datang tak tahu pun. Saya pun kadang-kadang macam mana satu.
It's a very good point. Unfortunately, UNITEN tak ada lagi official Menu Rahmah. Not yet. And when it's happening now, it's a bit difficult to say the point of the vendors. But there are vendors who are starting to reduce the prices of those things.
But because benda tu belum diadakan lagi lah, kita adakan topik tu hari ni bagi memberi kesedaran kepada pihak-pihak bertanggungjawab untuk adakan Menu Rahmah. Mungkin
Betul. Yeah, it's a very, very useful thing to have, right?
yeah.
But why? But why? Just maybe before Ramadan lah, of course. Why my friends sometimes they say, oh kedai ni ada harga makan RM5.
Maybe kedai tu sendiri letakkan inisiatif mereka sendiri untuk tolong. Contoh, saya bagi shout out sikit kepada Delima Rasa. Delima Rasa dekat Cafe COE. Betul. Yes, dekat COE. Dekat COE. Depan Muni tu kan. Cafe Delima Rasa, dia actually every single day dia provide free drinks kepada pelajar. Diorang provide air sirap, kadang-kadang air ribena, which is nampak macam benda ringkas kan, tapi kadang-kadang air tu cost like RM2 kalau tempat lain. That RM2 means a lot to people who actually needs.
Yeah.
Who actually needs that RM2, right?
Is that the shop always has the drink carton? Like
Yes,
outside
ada
the
drink
sitting
carton.
area, right? Yeah.
Also, the price is extremely affordable. I'm talking about boleh dapat set nasi, sayur, ayam, total RM6 je.
Even the size of ayam is very big, right? Actually,
Yes.
it's very macam makan kenyang.
Yeah.
It's good. See, here is where you get to see Malaysians doing what Malaysians do better, right? Yeah.
We as family.
Yeah. It's very fitting, right?
Very fitting.
Ramadan is hopefully we see this continue for one longer lah.
I hope so lah, because sometimes maybe even we are schooling, but sometimes we don't have money pun. Because we spend too many material things.
No, that's only him.
Oh, that's me.
Let's not generalize that.
Disclaimer, just me.
Yeah. Only for me and Amma, instead of like spending on materialistic thing, we actually give back to the community.
Oh.
Yeah, come on.
Butterfly nice, huh?
I'm really sorry.
Dia tak mewakili golongan-golongan sekolah lain. Kami tak claim dia,
Tak kira madu, siap ni.
Sorry.
Okay, jadi Amma, apakah kalau dari aspek UNITEN pula? Moving forward, what's the process like for this?
So it's a bit difficult. If you want to achieve Menu Rahmah any capacity, we cannot just standardize say, oh, if you're a vendor, you have to have this menu. Comparatively to other IPT, a lot of IPT, they are restaurant ke cafe ke standardized there. They're not like shops that are specifically meant for universities, right? They're canteens almost, for most of them. At least to my knowledge, that's the way it works in some places. Here, they are individual vendors, meaning what likely we have to do is we're going to approach each one of them, and if they are willing to pursue having this menu, then we can provide an incentive. It's difficult because at the moment we don't know how the things are, right? That is a pursuit that our management body is currently. So our best shot right now is alternatives. If we cannot give cheaper food prices to students, how can we still make it easier for students? We can pursue whatever we can.
Ya, ada alternatif lah kan.
Yeah.
Sebab bila kita membalik ke this satu konsep Menu Rahmah ni kan, what do you think, you know, as a economic student, what do you think benda ni, adakah benda ni sustainable long term? Sebab ya, macam kita sebut, at the moment kerajaan tak memberi subsidi kepada vendor-vendor. Ni adalah vendor-vendor punya inisiatif sendiri. Jadi so it is somewhat a short term, right?
Yeah.
It's a short term yeah, no, it's a short term how do you call it? Short term solution kepada orang-orang yang memerlukan. How about the long term?
Right. Well, that's a very good point. And it leads to some of the cons of Menu Rahmah, which is I didn't expect that to be, but in my research is what I found. Imagine you are a restaurant that you have set Menu Rahmah, mungkin okay 20 unit, 30 unit, right? You still need your normal business to sustain yourself. But if people, myself for example, who have the capability to spend, but I still spend on Menu Rahmah, what's going to happen is, first of all, I'm taking away that opportunity from people who need it. Right? Secondly, all the sales goes to the Menu Rahmah and not to their ordering menu. They are going to make a loss. And that will stop them from sustaining Menu Rahmah. We are looking, if it continues in that cycle, right? If God forbid this happens, we are looking at the exact same thing that happened in 2011. Right? If this vendors suddenly decide that they cannot pursue, and yeah, this is a short-term solution. So I think the only real long-term solution, and let's admit, the problem isn't that restaurants are raising the price. It's that the price of raw material is going up. Right. So the real way to solve the problem is to address that issue. That's the only way you can provide proper food to people who are in need of it. Everything else is layering on top of us addressing the actual issue. So if we really want to pursue better benefits, we need to pursue either whether it be subsidies or whether it be genuine aid that isn't a one-off to these people. So that has to be the biggest thing. You know? And the worst part is, this situation happens to most restaurants providing Menu Rahmah. It's done, finished. Not one place will offer it because there's no government intervention here. There's no budget from the government. Right? It's all your own initiative. It's easy to say, oh no, government just bagi juga duit kan. Berapa juta ni, but it's not as simple as that.
Correct.
So we really have to analyze our economic situation, come up with solutions that are long term, and that's the crux of it.
You need to echo what Amma just said right now, and I find it actually it's the honest truth. It's a bitter truth actually. Regardless kita ni nak sangat bantu kerajaan nak bantu mereka yang memerlukan, tapi dengan solusi begini dia tak sustainable untuk pada jangka masa lama.
Betul.
Jadi inilah satu inisiatif bagi kita untuk come up with a better idea, better solution yang dapat cover dan dapat membanteras perkara yang membanteras segala impak-impak negatif daripada permasalahan ekonomi.
It's good that it's us. We you hear a lot about youth is the future of the nation now.
Yeah, I mean, we are despite orang akan cakap like kita adalah belia kan, apa credibility kita untuk cakap benda ni?
Tak boleh buat apa-apa. Betul, rumah belajar je.
Tapi bukan begitu. Sebab ni kita tahu bahawa last pilihan raya kita ada undi 18. Golongan belia lah yang akan menjadi penunjak masa hadapan negara. Jadi kalau tak dia ada belia-belia yang memikirkan tentang permasalahan ekonomi, permasalahan rakyat, jadi benda tu apa akan jadi masa depan? Jadi penting untuk kita set up platform begini untuk satu wadah seperti ada wadah untuk belia dan juga pelajar boleh berdiskusi, discourse in regards to perkara-perkara yang penting yang relevan pada masa-masa. Betul tak?
Macam billboard Uniten kata, ingin mengubah masa depan, di sini tempat ni.
Betul. Bahkan CEO sini lah.
Gerak dulu.
Okay.
Future CEO,
Future CEO.
Jadi I think that's all for today's episode for this week. We would like to thank our honourable guest, Amal Zohir.
Thank you for coming today, despite of any technical issues that happened, that any inside things that happened. I'm really sorry about it.
Masalah bos dengan
Anak buah.
tak perlu bincang kat sini.
I'm really sorry about that.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, for guys, pada viewer akan datang, tunggu. Kita akan adakan topik yang lebih hangat lagi pada minggu hadapan. Stay tune guys.
Stay tune untuk episod yang akan datang sebab topik lepas ni boleh bawa kena keluar universiti. Tak ada buat.
Jangan lupa follow our Instagram, subscribe our YouTube channel,
Yes.
dan like, share kepada ahli keluarga anda, pada sanak saudara, kawan-kawan, pakcik-pakcik,
kawan-kawan
lecturer pun,
bagi dia tengok Uniten ni macam mana.
Betul.
Yes.
Right.
Okay guys, thank you for watching. See you guys next time.
Ciao.